We wrap up every week here on Real Talk, thanks to our friends at Local Environmental Services, with an opportunity to blow off a little steam, to say here what you might not say elsewhere. These are real emails received to talk@ryanjesperson.com. It's an exercise we call Trash Talk. All right, we got this one from Shelly, who says, Ryan Jesperson, I have now watched Real Talk 6 or 8 times. I thought you would be an honest, non-biased talk show. You are way too liberal for me. That's not why I want to listen to a fair, non-biased talk show. Number one, when you have Charles Adler on, who I used to listen to, talking about how Canada is not a dictatorship, I know you are very liberal. Also, Pierre Poilievre comment, his regarding, Freeland, where you say he made it all about himself, that was not insulting whatsoever. You have given that redneck in Grand Prairie attention that is way over the top. That is exactly what he wants, and you have just continued to fuel his arrogant, nasty video. Also, you have not admitted that this is not just an Alberta problem, it is a Canada problem. I suggest you be less biased. It's not what the average listener wants. Constant bias. I hope you have a great day, and I think about how you portray yourselves to your listeners, and maybe you should do the same. That from Shelley, who says, I love Canada, but not how our government is governing today. Woo-wee. Shelley, thanks for your email. How about this one from Brian, who says, after watching that last leadership debate, the main issue with the United Conservative Party's leadership race is that the so-called front-runners sound to be by a wide margin the absolute craziest. He says this is clearly the GOP playbook from the States, the American Trump populist politics. It's not good for the party, and it's not good for Albertans. That from Brian. How about this one from Jody, who says, memo to Grand Prairie Mayor Jackie Clayton, if you're going to over and over again say that your city is a conservative city, then you're giving credence to the actions of that individual because he lives in a, quote, conservative city. She's talking about Elliot McDavid that accosted the deputy PM. Jody says, you are doing the, quote, our citizens don't agree with the federal government. They hate Trudeau. They don't like Freeland. So I'm really sorry that happened. But please remember, we are a conservative city. Jody says that is utter bullshit. And this one to wrap from Robert, who says, here's some real talk. I was born and raised in Grand Prairie. Is everybody up there an entitled wannabe tough guy that couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag driving around in their jacked up dually pickup? He says people not from there should also know that Dimsdale is not a place. It's a mistake on a map. If you drive to Dimsdale, all you will find is diesel and disappointment. To Mr. McDavid of Dimsdale, first of all, consider a name change. The McDavids don't you tarnishing their glorious family name. I know all of the McDavids up there are ashamed of you, including your own mom. Oh boy. Stop tarnishing the names of the good people of my hometown. We are ashamed of you. Either do yourself a favor and send off for an ancestry DNA test, find out where your ancestors came from, and to borrow a phrase from you and your self-entitled prick friends, go back to where you came from. Peace out. That from Robert. Ooh. You can send your trash talks into talk@ryanjesperson.com. It's better for your blood pressure if I vent on your behalf. This is presented every Thursday or Friday, if that's the last day of our week, by Local Environmental Services. We're off Friday. We're off Monday. Back live Tuesday, just after Labor Day. We can't wait to catch up with you then. Thanks for making Real Talk part of your routine. Peace.